search is underway after a Malaysia Airlines plane vanished on a flight to Beijing with 239 people on board. The Vietnamese Navy have said that the Boeing 777 plane is believed to have crashed near the island of Tho Chu. Radar contact was lost with flight MH370 2 hours after it left Kuala Lumpur yesterday afternoon. According to the airline, the plane's crew didn't send out any kind of warning. In Ukraine, the situation remains very tense. Pro-Russian troops have been in control of Crimea for the last week. On Thursday, the region's parliament announced that it would hold a referendum on whether to join Russia or remain a part of Ukraine. The Russian parliament has promised to honor the referendum's results, while the authorities in Kiev have called the poll illegal. Also, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has spoken to his American counterpart John Kerry, telling the United States not to take hasty and reckless steps in response to the crisis in Crimea, emphasizing that imposing economic sanctions on Russia would be counterproductive for the US. Today is International Women's Day, and activists from Croatia's Women's Network held a demonstration which began outside the Croatian Employment Bureau and ended up on Zagreb's central Banja Lucic Square. The aim of the march was to protest against the government's proposed amendments to the Labour Act, which have passed their first reading in Parliament. Workers from the Arena clothing company, who have been on strike for weeks over the fact their salaries have not been paid, today staged a symbolic fashion show in front of their factory on Pula's seafront. The company has begun the procedure for a pre-bankruptcy settlement, although the workers want the company to be declared bankrupt so that they can realize their legal rights. The Conflict of Interest Commission yesterday decided unanimously that former Assistant Finance Minister Branko Šegon of the Social Democrats was in conflict of interest and gave him a 40,000 kuna fine. Šegon was recently forced out of public office after it was discovered that his private company had received a very favorable loan from the Croatian Bank for Reconstruction and Development, despite not meeting the required loan criteria. And the Ministry of Finance issued a statement yesterday saying that Šegon had conducted his duties as Assistant Minister responsibly and in accordance with the law. The Croatian Supreme Court has accepted the appeal filed by the family of murdered Croatian dissident Stjepan Đureković against the Velika Gorica County Court's ruling that former Yugoslav spy Zdravko Mustač not be extradited to Germany to stand trial for Đureković's murder in 1983. The case has now been returned to court for a second instance ruling. Another former Yugoslav spy, Josip Perković, has already been extradited to Germany to stand trial in the same case. Sport and the end-of-season playoffs for the KHL Ice Hockey League have begun. In the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Western Conference, Zagreb's Medveščak lost to Lev in Prague 4-3 yesterday. The winner will be the team to first record 4 victories. The second encounter is today at 5 p.m. and is being covered live by Croatian television's second channel. In the 23rd round of the regional ABA Basketball League, Zagreb's Cedevita lost to the Hungarian side Saloniki yesterday 68-67. Cedevita are second in the league with 17 wins and 6 defeats. And in World Cup skiing, the men's giant slalom was held today in Kranjska Gora, Slovenia. Croatia's Ivica Kostelić failed to make it into the top 30, falling 4 seconds off the pace in the first run and coming 40th. The race was won by American Ted Ligety, followed by Austrian Benjamin Reich, with Norwegian Erik Kristoffersen in third. This afternoon's skies should clear from the west, although it will be cloudier in the east and south of the country. Winds will be weak to moderate northerly and northeasterly, while on the coast there'll be a moderate to strong northeasterly Bura wind with gale force gusts in places, especially in the Velebit Channel. Average daily temperatures will be between 9 and 14 degrees Celsius inland, between 14 and 19 degrees on the coast.